Good morning. Good morning. Oh my goodness. I got news this morning. I kind of just want to wait and see if anybody shows up first. But yeah, I am so super stoked. We did a thing yesterday. Well, I can't take credit for it other than we talk and we strategize and we work towards things that we want, ways we want our partnership to grow. Good morning, Vic. Glad you are here. Freya, good morning. Good to see you. I am so super stoked. So last night, yesterday, Sarah and I recorded 2 podcasts. The one that went live yesterday on each of our YouTube channels, and then the one that's going to go live next week. And I'm like super, super stoked because she did a thing last night. She took our very first podcast and created our very first vlog from here and created the thing on Spotify. So we are officially podcast hosts on Spotify. And it's like, what? Oh my gosh. It's like, so all of our, if you would prefer to listen to the show on Spotify, you can actually hear the entire show on Spotify. And I have a big ask. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Please share it to all the people that are in your life, all of your friends, all of your not friends. Once we get to, I don't know all the details, but once we get to 100 people, 100 followers on Spotify, at least that's what Sarah said. She said we need to have 100 watchers before we can get monetized. So it's only 100. Like, she's like, it's 100. And I'm like, it's only 100. There's over 1,000 of you. So come on over and follow along. Even if you don't want to listen. But I dropped the link in the chat. Obviously, I want you guys to be here with me, but I don't care where you decided to listen. If you want to listen to Ching Chats from Spotify, I'm completely good with that. So yeah, like, I'm officially a podcast host on Spotify. Eeks! So yeah, last night she sent me the message and said that it was our very first one was uploading, and but not to click the link yet because it was still uploading, it was still processing, and then 11 o'clock last night she's like, the link works. So I was actually asleep. So I took something to help me sleep last night, and I did. I slept all night, right up until my alarm went off this morning. I actually hit off on my alarm and went back to sleep for about an hour. So yeah, I did. I actually got a full night's sleep last night. And I'm a little groggy because of it, but I'll be okay in a little bit. So if we have any questions, let's pop them in the chat. Let's get going. Otherwise, I'm probably going to keep talking about being live on Spotify. This is my second cup. But Vic, guess what? I drank like six bottles of water yesterday. And I'm like, blurry. Come on, go away. Stop being blurry. Stop being blurry. There we go. Yay! Vic says she is downloading Spotify. I have not traditionally been a Spotify user. But I got an offer, like, I don't know, I guess it's been almost a month ago, to get 2 months for free. So I decided to do the 2 months for free, and then I think after that, because my husband uses Spotify religiously, we have, I mean, I'm always listening to his playlist, not because I chose to, but because he's playing it. So whenever we travel or while he's working out, I hear his playlist, and I literally hate commercials. So I think once my 2 months is up, I'm just gonna do the. It's a music listening. You can listen to music and podcasts and all kinds of stuff. But you can set up your. Vic asked what Spotify is. So Spotify is it has me. It's like a radio. It's like a whole bunch of radio stations. Plus, you can follow your favorite artists. You can make a playlist. It has podcasts. It has all kinds of stuff like that. So, and there's books on there too. So yeah. I mean, I've been more of a Amazon Music kind of person, but there was a bunch of music that I was trying to listen to that wasn't available to me on Amazon for as part of what I'm already paying, and I just was not willing to pay for a music subscription also with Amazon. So if I'm gonna pay for a music subscription, I might as well use Spotify, which is where my husband is, and then when he's playing his, then I don't have to listen to the commercials from his. Thank you for the thumbs up. Good morning. Bobby loves to thrift in Northeast Ohio. Did you catch it? We're now on Spotify. Cha-Ching Chats is now on Spotify. I am so super stoked. Oh, you guys know how much I love side hustles and multiple revenue streams. If you have not caught the Cha-Ching Chats episode that we premiered yesterday, OMG, you have to go watch it. I mean it, have to go watch it. Because Sarah gave us 4 links. Sarah gave us 4 links that we can go start making money from within 3 days. You can actually have money in your account. 3 days. Like, you sign up today, you get approved, you go do the thing, and then you can have cash in your account. So get on it. If you have kids or grandkids, get on it, because the 4th thing in there I actually signed up for last night. And I'm super stoked for doing that. So Bobby loves to thrift says, great, you're on Spotify. Freya says, since I have to redo 2023, I got your workbook last night. Thank you, Freya. I sell on eBay, Macari, and Posh. I did watch the how-to video. Any advice on the workbook would be appreciated. Freya, how familiar are you with Excel and copy and paste? And remember, it doesn't work on Google Sheets. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. This is going to make it super, super easy. Go to your bank and download all of your bank statements for 2023 as CSV files. The easiest thing to do would be to have it, if it will let you, hey, dude, stop. Yeah, you stop that. Stop that. I just bought a new couch. We are not going to do, that's not the new one. When it comes, you're not chewing on it. Yes, you. Hi, you came for your cameo? Okay, so long as you're not chewing on furniture. Tell everybody good morning, JoJo. Go to your bank, run the report for all of your transactions for 2023. Download it as a CSV file. When you get it open, actually, if you can download them just for all of the debits, that would be even better. But download it as a CSV file. When it gets open, you're going to copy and paste each column separately. So all of the dates, copy all of the dates, the row, and paste into my workbook. Then copy all of the description or the payer or whatever it's called. Copy all of that and paste it into the workbook under vendor. Be sure to paste it under vendor, not the second column, under vendor. Copy all of the dollar amount and paste it into the amount. If you're consistent in the way that you do it, it doesn't matter if it's a negative number. Okay. We'll just remember that when it populates in the table, in the pivot table, that it's not negative, it's actually positive, to go into the taxes. So it doesn't matter if it's negative, so long as you're consistent in how you paste the information into the expense tab, you'll be fine. Then you go back and all you have to do is choose the category. And since you're familiar with Excel, go to the top and then sort by vendor. And then when you sort by vendor, all the things should be right there together. Then that way, all you have to do is choose the first one and copy and paste it down until you get to the next item. And that will really, really speed up how you ought to be able to do that and get all the categories chose within a couple of hours for the whole year. It's not something that I recommend that you do because it's the easiest, but at least it'll get you through all of the 2023 stuff that's in your bank. Then you only need to go back and put in things that you actually spent cash on. But if you pulled the ATM receipts, the money out of the bank, then that's going to be in there too, and you still don't have to go back and add that later. So if everything comes out of your bank account, you can literally copy and paste it into the workbook, choose your categories, refresh the pivot table, and you're golden. So monthly bookkeeping can be done in 15 minutes. Don't forget to, if you haven't watched it yet, watch my breaking news video that I did a couple of weeks ago. There's a newer report that you need to go grab to make sure you get all of your eBay fees. You're also on Macari and Posh. You need the sales activity reports for Posh. You're going to take your gross totals or your 1099 and subtract out the net sales from that. And then that is going to be all of your Poshmark fees. You need to go on to Mercari and find a report on Mercari that states what your net sales are from Mercari. Subtract the net sales from your gross sales or your 1099. And then you'll get all of your platform fees from each one if you do those three things. Bobby Loves to Thrift says, one thing that gets me is when I switched my car insurance policy, they were like, if you do, for instance, Uber Eats or use your car for business, you will need extra insurance. Yeah, that could be a possibility. I thought that there was something within Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever. I will ask Sarah about that. We didn't actually cover that part in the video that goes live next week, but we did cover DoorDash, Uber Eats, all of those, Uber, Lyft, all of those platforms. Hey, you, stop the licking. James. Whew, incessant. But we didn't cover the insurance part. So I guess we need to do another video and talk about that. But if you do have to add extra amount, that part would be for business, and you would be able to deduct that specifically because it's specific to the business. It's not a mixed use thing because you have it specifically for the business. Sylvia Neal is in the house. Good morning, Sylvia. Which monthly home expenses can we write off? Electric, gas, home insurance, etc. What line is this number included on? I'm guessing based on some of the conversations that I have, or questions and comments I've read from you recently, that you don't have my workbook. Anything that you spend money on in your house is deductible for home office expense. You want to collect the entire amount for the year and put that onto your taxes. It sounds like you might be doing your taxes yourself. You want to use the 5829. Oh my goodness. Nope, that wasn't it. 8829. Oh, it's almost right. So you want to use the 8829 form, and if you're using OLT, which is the software I suggest, then it's part of the Schedule C. When you get down through all the rest of the things, the very last section is, do you use your home for business? Start, and then you go in and you answer all of the questions in there. Make sure that you are only putting all of these things in indirect expenses. Indirect expenses. Anything that's a direct expense for your business should be on the rest of the Schedule C. It should not be going into home office expense. Freya, you are welcome. It is Wednesday, and anyone that is in the paid members group, we have our call today at noon Eastern. So the paid members group is $25 a month. It is growing, and I look forward to seeing all of your faces this afternoon or at noon my time. I know it'll still be morning for some of you. but that's good. OLT is it's OLT.com, and it's an alternative to that nasty one that starts with a T that I hate, and did a whole video about hating them. I mean, hate is technically a strong word, but I'm good with it. I don't like that company at all. I was recently in helping someone through Free Tax USA. I'm not a fan of that one either. OLT.com is $9.95 for the state. If you are below a certain threshold, you'll automatically get everything for free. But the federal is free anyway, and then the state is $9.95. So you really can't beat it. I don't know anything about them, Sylvia. I mean, yeah, I don't know anything about them. I do taxes, and I suggest that people, if they're going to do their own, uses OLT, because then at least I know it well. I can answer your questions. Anyone else that you choose to use, just do your due diligence. Make sure that they understand online business. Make sure that they understand reselling, and that you can expense all of your inventory at the time of purchase. So, and don't let them do the short form. Don't let them take the easy way out on the home office expense. Make them do the long form, the 8829. Also, if they start giving you pushback about the amount of space that you use for your home office, tell them, you just stomp your foot and you tell them to use what you gave them, because that's the way it is. A lot of these places, they don't have any idea about how much space we actually use. And I welcome the IRS to come and look at the space that I actually use, because my space is minimal compared to a lot of people's. I use 2 rooms in the house. Bobby Loves to Thrift says, my tax lady didn't know, and a person in my family used to do taxes, but no help. Subscription for business we can claim, and training for business also. Yes. Yeah, I talk about these things all the time. So any subscriptions that you have to pay for your business, look, anything that you have to pay for your business in order to make a profit is deductible as an expense. Anything. That's coffee. I'm not gonna. Anyway, anything that you pay for your business. So if you have a subscription to my membership, for example, it's tax deductible. If you have a subscription to something like Vendu or one of those Poshmark sharing things, or Audible to help you, learn more about business, or YouTube because you are constantly on here to get information about business and you don't want the commercials. All of and you want to be able to listen to it with your phone screen off. All of these things are deductible. Your Amazon subscription is deductible. If you buy business supplies through Walmart and you have a subscription, it's deductible. Yeah. Yes, just have receipts. And some of the stuff is, you get your receipts online, right? The ones that you want to be sure that you keep are anything, you want to keep all your receipts, but the ones that they are going to particularly question are the ones that would be itemized with the stuff that's on it. So if you go to Walmart, you don't want your groceries and your business supplies to be on the same receipt, right? But you want to be able to give them a receipt that shows just what you purchased for your business. Anything that you do online, you can very easily save online, either save it online or print it out. But if you go to the thrift store, absolutely save those receipts. And I don't want you to save them by date. I want you to save them by category. So once you've entered the information, and if you do, like I was saying earlier for my workbook, and you just use your bank account to copy and paste, you can just categorize them like right away. And then you don't have to use the receipts at all in order to do your bookkeeping. Thank you, Robin. Look, my very, very first moderator, Robin Shade, is in the house. Yes, please hit the like button. I appreciate you all for being here. Again, if you didn't already do it, come like or subscribe to us on Spotify. I am super stoked about seeing us reach 100 people over there, and and seeing how it happens. Because once we do it with Cha-Ching Chats, I am probably, once tax season is over, I'm going to be very specific about creating more content and things like that. And I think I will create a one that will go on Spotify that's like a topic based. Like I'll go grab a bookkeeping or accounting or tax topic, and then do that particular topic and throw it up there. Bobby, I don't know what you said, but you're welcome to say it again. Bobby says, I lost all my November receipts in November in an envelope that was in my purse. I heard you have to have the paper receipts to count. I paid some of it cash, some in one bank account. Okay, so here's the thing. The worst that's going to happen is you get audited and they disallow that month or those things. And they may not disallow all of the things because it's probably from multiple categories. So when you do get audited, what they do is they ask you for your receipts for a particular category. They don't ask you for a period of time. Sure, for let's say 2022, we want to see all your receipts for inventory, and we want to see your driving log showing that the miles that you drove were for business. So you would specifically send those things. You wouldn't send anything else. So, like I said, the worst that's going to happen is that you lose those couple of things. But put the proof on them. Put it back on them. So you send the thing and let them tell you that you're not going to get the deduction. You spent the money on your business. Go ahead and put it on your taxes. Don't be scared. Bobby says, I go to the Goodwill bins and pay by the pound. And that's a good point. You may very well be able to say that, because you can prove that you spent the money and in your bank account anyway, right? And it matches everything else you've been doing during the year. So the fact that you're missing a couple of receipts, if it makes you feel better, then put a little paper in there that says, that matches your bank account and says, November 17th, Goodwill bins, bought, X number of items for whatever the dollar amount is, and then said receipt is missing. Purse got stolen. There you go. Whatever. And then, hopefully that will be looked over because you are trying to do your due diligence to make sure that you are above board for everything. All right, it is 9:01. We are actually a minute over. We've got 7 people watching right now. 6 thumbs up. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Really quick, if there is any last minute questions, throw them in the chat. Otherwise, if you are a paid member, I will see you at noon Eastern. We have our hour call today. It is Wednesday. And Bobby says, I just started doing a day-by-day mileage log for 2024, not 2023, didn't know. You can go back and use your receipts, or if you know that you always do a certain trip on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, then do the mileage log like that. But yes, it needs to be written. It needs to be by day. It needs to have the total miles driven for business and where you went to. So if you went 62 miles and you went to Goodwill, Salvation Army, and 2nd Avenue, then put those there. They are going to, if you get asked, you might have to go back and put like where that Goodwill, where that Salvation Army, and where that 2nd Avenue is. So, maybe you put GW Smithtown and Salvation Army Smithtown and 2nd Avenue Laurel. And then you just keep it consistent. And then that should suffice. All right. Thanks everyone for being here. I appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow morning right here. Have a great day.